Hey y'all. Sorry, I was reading some messages. It's Friday night. Kids are in bed. Um, Wife goes, you should turn off the AC and open windows tonight. It's probably in the upper 60s. I'm like, you're crazy, right? I got the AC on Econ. Got it set on 70 and it feels great in here. She said it's supposed to be a low of 65 where we are tonight. How's everybody's Friday going? Or your Saturday morning if you're overseas? Trying to get hold of a friend of mine. Um, if you would go ahead and comment, whoever's watching. My my PlayStation controllers, they won't connect to the PlayStation for some reason. They worked fine last night. I charged them up. Turn them on. It'll turn it on, but when it says hit the button, it won't go past that. I may have to get new ones. There's a hurricane in the Atlantic. Looks like hurricane. He's a he's a he's a he's hurricane. He's probably gonna hit the eastern coast of Florida. Oh, nope, don't want that one. Oh, sorry about that. I'm making me some sunflower seeds. I got these Taco Supreme. These are some good sunflower seeds. Who else watching? I know. I realize I only got two people watching. My phone is dead. I did cut my hair. I had to. I can't. I can't stand it getting over. In the summertime, I don't like it being more than quarter inch. Once it gets over a quarter inch, I shave it. It feels good. How's the weather down there in Australia? I did. Um, we went and bought some weather tape for that you put around the windows and doors and stuff to seal to create a weather barrier, and we taped that up. Well, we're gonna have to find something better. The camper's just temporarily. And once we get an area cleared out, I'm gonna get some the tubes that you put in the ground and you pour your concrete in them, and then get the bracings level it all off. Put one concrete pier every 10 feet. Do 3 rows or 5 rows of three, and that'll be for our house to set on, and then for the underpinning around it, the rest of it, I'll brick it up around it. But we're gonna start building a house pretty soon. I told her, I said, we could spend the money we're getting back from the government, naturally start building a house, and bring y'all along for the journey. Yeah, we're gonna start here pretty soon. I was telling her that it may take us a year or so to get it built, but if we start on the foundation, part of it. So at least start, drilling the holes to pour the piers for the house to set on, and then it'll last. Well, it shouldn't be, but I'm hoping to have it done in a year or two. I, I don't want to pay somebody to come out and help me build it, or I don't want to have somebody come in and build it for us. We want to do it ourselves. Um, just getting a floor. We're thinking about building it 30, 30 feet wide, about 50 feet long. Um, that'll be that'll be big enough. I think that'll be 1,800 square feet. Be a 4 bedroom, which we'll probably make it a 4 bedroom. Cheyenne will have her own bedroom. Brecken will have her own bedroom. JD will have his own room, and then we'll have our master bedroom. Probably try to build like a covered carport that comes off of the house to where we can pull up underneath it, go in through a back door or front door. Ugh. So all we got to do before we can get started is get the land cleared. Now I was cutting trees down to try to get it cleared, but then it got too hot. Well, we just went out. We done some work the other day. We burned a brush pile. We tried to. We tried to, but we don't get a whole lot of people watching us. I mean, you got to start off small. Start off small, and eventually you grow and get bigger. Um, so when we do build a house, it's probably going to be off grid. The building process, once we have the shell and the roof up, once we have the roof up and we got it all wrapped, uh, with the weather barrier around it, what we'll probably do after that, the electrical, the water, and everything, the electric will come out of a building that's going to hold the inverter and the batteries and stuff that come from the solar panels to power the house into the main breaker. I'd like to be hooked to the grid, but there's no electric at the road up there. We're going back up there Monday, so I'd rather be up there than be here. I can get so much done up there. Um, monetize. We like. Hang on a second. If y'all can still see me, give me 1 second. All right. We have 331 subscribers, 1,217 public watch hours. So we're a good ways off from being monetized. I think we're like 600 and something subscribers away from having 1,000. You hit your first 1,000 subscribers, and you get 1,000 people watching your videos. Your hours would go up real quick. So I don't think we'll be monetized this year. It may happen sometime next year. Who knows? You could gain 100 subscribers, and you know if things are right. I honestly don't know. Yep. I mean, it baffles me. 300 something subscribers, and there's times that me and her do a live video together, and we'll only get up to 9 or 10 watching us. I mean, it makes us wonder how many of them are actual is an actual YouTube profiles and just a bot. I don't know. I don't really. I do watch YouTube, but I don't watch a lot. It's mainly the kids watch a lot of YouTube. If they're not outside playing, riding bikes, playing sports, then they watch a lot of YouTube. They watch a lot of Trinity and Madison stuff. Oh. Um, well, we appreciate it. Hey, Christina from California. How's y'all's weather out there in Cali? What time is it out there? If I remember correctly, 7:58. You have to give me just a second. I'm actually on another tab looking at something. So if you comment, I'll get to your comments in just a second. Ugh. Um, you have to sort out subscriptions because you watch up to over 100 other channels. Yeah, I wouldn't say I watch that many. I'm mainly, I mean, I watch stuff and I try to subscribe to new people. If I come across a channel and I find it interesting, I'll go ahead and subscribe to them. I don't even know how many we're subscribed to. All of our TVs and stuff are linked to the same account, and most of the subscriptions we're subscribed to is, through the kids. There's, you know, everything they watch. They subscribe to. JD likes Ethan and Coley. Um, he Brecklin likes Peppa Pig. I watch a lot of Deer Meat for Dinner. The guy on YouTube that has an awesome channel. Occasionally, I'll pull up the Crockers on the TV and watch him. I'll watch Jason. We you here? No, you're not. You're at work. Um. Ugh. Yeah, I got a lot of time on my hands too. I need stuff that I can do that keep me entertained. That's why when we go up to the property, I'm outside as much as possible. I've got that chainsaw. And, when I get Crystal out there, we start cutting stuff. We cut stuff up like we burned. We had a big pile. We went ahead and burned. I cut up a dead tree that was laid down beside the camper. Cut it up in pieces to where we could pick up and throw on the fire. So we got an area cleaned up. Unfortunately, you know, I went up there and forgot my camera here at the house, which my camera is a piece of shit. Pardon my language, but my mother-in-law is supposed to be sending us a better camera. So we'll probably set it up, and when we're out there doing stuff like clearing out an area, just to set it on a time lapse as we're going through and clearing stuff up. We'll be able to take and upload that video, a time lapse of us working. Whether it be a 15-minute time lapse video of over the course of an hour or two of cutting up trees, getting stuff cut up. But I also want to buy. I want to buy. I'd like to buy a decent camera. I want a professional camera that'll zoom in like a long ways away and pull it up to you in like 4K video. So, have you thought about after paying a good camera or after paying a good camera or lay buying. I don't. I'm not sure if I understand what you're trying to ask. Are you asking? Uh, are you saying after buying a good camera or Crystal? Are you watching? Yeah, I'm trying to read your comment, and sometimes I don't comprehend stuff. I, I fell off a horse and smacked my head when I was 16, so I have a hard time with stuff. Um, Basically, we're gonna get a professional camera, one that will, you know, zoom in and everything. No, I never even heard of anything like that. I don't think we have that over here in the. We have layaway, but that's basically at Walmart. We haven't even thought about going to Walmart or anywhere and doing something like that. We got too many bills right now to worry about than put a camera on layaway. That says, yeah, everything's different. Yeah, if you don't care, uh, one thing here maybe caught something else over there. Yeah, with layaway, you don't get it until it's paid off. Hi, Crystal. I'm out of Monster. I need more Monster. Uh, Thank you for for joining us. We'll see you later. How's your night, John Crystal? Everyone wants to know. Give us a scoop. I've drank too. Thank you. I am out. See, it's empty. Oh, I'm waiting on some more comments. I ain't the goober. Cold outside. It's in the upper 60s right now or lower 70s. Oh! Pardon me. Oh. What do you mean it's beautiful? You calling me beautiful? Yeah, we'll definitely get some stuff done up there. Um, since as I said, since we don't have to pull the camper right now, I'll go ahead and take the log splitter up there and cut up some of that stuff and get some of it cut up and split. If you rub some turtle rats on my head, it'll be shinier. You can just buff it out. All right, we'll have to buy a roll of it. Remember, I had suggested we just go buy some flex seal, but I thought, well, let's try that. Try the stuff that's made for stuff like that. We may just have to go ahead and buy the flex seal and peel that stuff off and flex seal. And then with the door, I'll have to take that door off and see if I can't put a 1x behind it to close that gap. So that way the door will properly shut. Ugh. I have a free kitty if anybody wants one. Free kitten. We, damn, you're fat. What the hell you been eating? You're fat as hell. Ugh. That kitten was fat. Like it's been eating a lot. I think a dog just farted. The roof don't leak on that camper. I mean, it does around. It does in the bathroom. It leaks in the bathroom where the window is. What do you mean? What the heck? Uh, Hang on, I got a message. Pardon me. Um, what else to talk about? Oh, me and her had discussed uh when we have some dozer work done for where the fence is gonna go around the property. We talked about just going, like going down into the draw, going across that draw up the hill. It'd be easier to build a fence if we have a bulldozer uh stay about 2 feet from the property line and build, or even a foot. Have it have them go down in there, just push the dirt down, and then come back around the other side and come down, push the dirt in there, and to where if we have to, when we're building the fence, it'd be something. If we have to drive down there, you know, whether we use a four wheeler or whatever we use when we're building our fence, we'll be able to build our fences properly. There won't be no trees in the way. Um, that hardwire fence, you gotta. I see people all the time. They'll throw that fencing up, and it'll be real tight at the bottom, and then like be like this near the middle, and then come back like this at the top. But that's because they don't properly do it. What you When you're setting a fence, when you get that fence wire tight, you go down through there. Say you got a pole here, a pole there, and a pole here, and then right here is where the wire is attached. Well, when you get it tight, you go to this pole, you tighten it down. Then you go to the next pole and you tighten it down. Then you go to the next pole and you tighten it down. Well, when you come to this pole, the final pole, and you get it wrapped, you get your pieces wrapped around everything. When you do the final, when you let off the tension, it'll be super tight like a guitar string instead of being really loose. If you don't, if you don't build a fence properly, it'll be loose. I ain't never really, I'm not gonna say I know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to building a fence. I just know after watching a lot of videos on YouTube and people, how they build their fences, and I there for a while. I was watching fence building stuff, and it's amazing how they get those fences so tight that when they let off that tension, that that wire, that fence, it might be like this, and if you don't have the proper angle brace, that fence will come back like this. It'll move. That's why, like when you do a metal fence, metal corner post. That's why if you see the metal part, the brace going down, you'll see a post in the ground that's put down in the ground about 6 feet, and then that corner brace will be welded to that bottom post. So that way when it's pushing against it, there's no give. It's the same way with on a corner you got a brace coming this way and a brace going down like that. So good night, Crystal. Oh shoot, that's right. You can't go to bed just yet. I will be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. And no, I'm not taking y'all in there with me. That'd just be sick. All right, I'm back. Ugh. So, um, we're really excited. We're it's we got to thinking it's we would have loved to have put a nice single wide or even a double wide on that property, but we're glad. I'm glad we didn't get approved for a loan to put one up there because that just means we get the we get to build our dream house ourselves. You know, and we'll be building it one board at a time. Um, when it's all said and done, we'll be able to sit back and say we built that. You know, it'll be there'll be things in it that we both like. Um, I would love to have a basement for a house, but yeah, I do believe everything happens for a reason. All those years we looked for land and we never could find none for our budget. And then we come across this land. It's like we might as well jump on it. 2.5 acres is better than just owning 3/4. What is this? Almost an acre, tenths of an acre here where we're at, and up there we got 2.5. And once we have our house built, we have all our fences up. We have our pens for pigs. I have a section that's gonna be dedicated for raising honeybees up there. I'll probably pour a concrete slab, a 20 by 20 slab, and have me like a honey house where I can pull my hives in there and extract the honey from them. Be a small scale honey farmer. You see a lot of people they'll be selling honey. They'll sell it for they'll sell it 20. Let's see. I saw on a group that I'm on a 5 gallon bucket. That's 12 pounds to a gallon. So that's a 5 pound bucket is 60 pounds. They'll sell that 60 pound bucket for over $700. When you buy it in bulk like that at that price, you're getting screwed because there's no reason you should sell honey no more than $15 to $20 for a quart. If you're having to buy jars, if I which I keep telling Crystal, and you can agree with me, Crystal, when you're having to buy jars, pay for your labels, you know, that stuff that stuff adds up. So therefore, every what is a 12 pack of jars or however many jars you get? You divide that cost by however many jars you get in the pack, and then you just add that amount to that honey for that honey. However much a pound of honey's going for. I don't even know how much is in a quart. A quarter is probably 3 pounds. Yeah, I know they take advantage of it. They'll charge 20 something dollars for a jar of honey. If I was sitting at a booth trying to sell like fresh produce, and we had our honey, our honey that that we had just harvested a day or so before, I'd probably sell a quarter honey for. It depends on how many I had. If I wanted to make a quick $300-400, but say I had 8 or 9 cases of 12 quarts to a case, well, I've got, let's say, 100 jars. If I wanted to make a quick $200-300, I could just sell my quarts for about $15 a quart or even less. A lot of people say you're flooding the market with cheap honey. I mean, you didn't make the honey; the bees did it. No, we've only harvested two frames of honey so far this year. No, I'll be right back. So we harvested 2 frames of honey this year, and I think we got half a pint left. Or no, we harvested 2 frames. That gave us, I want to say, close to a gallon of honey, or 2 quarts of honey out of those 2 frames. I sold 2 pints to my buddy Michael for $20, and he said that his son's, or his ex father-in-law and his son, they've already gone through a damn pint. They went through a pint in a matter of a week. So apparently it's some good honey. Y'all can see the color of it. It's like a light amber color. I don't know how well y'all can see it, but it's light in color. Some good stuff, I tell you that. I haven't even been in the beehive since. It's probably been 3 weeks. 3 weeks since I've looked in it. I ought to go ahead and tomorrow, if it's really nice. I don't have any. I'll have to get me some fuel for my little smoker, but I need to get into the top box and see how much honey. See if there's any ready. I don't have a spinner thing to extract it. So what we basically do when we're extracting our honey, just take it like a spatula or something and scrape down the comb into like a bucket. Get all that in a bucket, and then let the honey drain out of the wax, and then filter it, and we end up with with a semi-filtered honey. It's got a few pieces of wax in it, but the wax never hurts you. Back at the beginning of, I want to say the end of June, I took the queen excluder off of the beehive just to see how it's gonna be. And I waited 2 weeks, and I went out there and I started looking in the middle, and the upper body. Well, the queen had moved up to the middle part of the beehive, and started laying eggs in it. So so she's expanded up, which is a good thing. Which we don't want her. I mean, I guess in a way you have no control of where she goes. I mean, that's what a queen excluder is for. They say a queen excluder is a honey excluder. If you're using queen excluders, you're going to be limited on how much honey you produce. I know they will. They'll eat it up. Who I was watching, which I know, we got 4 people watching. Go ahead and comment. Let me know what y'all think about us building a house here in the next. I'm gonna say at least within the next what 6 months, Crystal. May even be sooner once we get some bulldozer work up there done. Get a spot cleared out. Cleared out big enough for me to start drilling holes and setting the concrete forms in the ground, the piers to hold the floor. Uh, we're hoping to have it bulldozed in the next month to have a spot big enough for a house to go. As far as setting the stuff in the ground, what I'm going to have to do is probably the deals are some of them are 4 feet long. What I may have to do is get some that are longer, like 5 feet. 4, 5s, and 6 footers. If the ground itself is decently level, then I can drill down 3 foot, set that form in the ground, pour the concrete in the ground, or pour the concrete in the tube, pour some concrete around the thing to where that form is concreted in the ground and it won't move, and have it completely plumb, to where they're level. You got your little brackets you stick down in the concrete to hold your board on it, and once all those are in place and we have it, we have them leveled off, we can build a level subfloor. For the floor, what we'll probably do is take a treated plywood, probably 1 inch plywood, 1 inch thick plywood, lay that down for the floor. But that ain't gonna that won't be the finished floor. The finished floor will be either actual hardwood floor, hardwood floor going throughout the whole house. We are gonna have a wood stove in it. Don't get me wrong, I love my wood stove. I'm probably gonna locate the wood stove centrally. Um, uh, got to figure out as far as the wood. A wood stove will keep a house warm. If you can locate the stove in the center of the house, then you pretty much don't have to worry about having any type of duct work or whatnot, because like our little stove, our barrel stove that's in there, I can get this house 100 degrees, and this house is old. It ain't it. The walls may be insulated, but the walls are built out of 2x4s instead of 2x6s. If this house is built properly and had a weather barrier wrap around it, and then the insulating board, and then the vinyl vinyl siding on it, this house would be what's the word I'm looking for? Draft proof. Some of our windows, we have drafts that come from for example, the plugins. Occasionally in the wintertime, we can feel cold air coming from the plugins. So that means the cold air itself is getting through past the wood and going through the plugins. That's good. I like that. I'd rather have it centralized. I'd rather have the bedrooms on one side, the living room, the living room. But I'd rather our bedrooms be in the back of the house and the living room be up front, or a den, whatever you're gonna call it. Have a den. Um, like I said, it'll be a it'll be a slow process. We'll have to, with our tax return, if we just take and say we get, every year we've gotten back a lot of money. Just take that money and go buy a bunch of material, you know, have it delivered, and on her days off, we would work on it. Even on when she's gone, I'd be working on building, like framing walls, framing up a wall. Once I have a wall framed out, do it in about 10-foot sections. Once I have that framed out, if I get, I'll have to have some help to raise that wall up. Once you get that wall raised up and you got it plumbed. You go through there and you screw it down to the floor. Now, I think the hardest thing for us to do is going to be the roof, laying the trusses. Yeah, I know you can buy trusses that are pre-made. You can have trusses delivered. You figure like this house, I would say these trusses are, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. There's seven above my head in the living room. And they're probably a good I want to say 24 inches, maybe a little bit wider apart. If you go 18 inches on center for a 50-foot house, you would need. Hang on a second, my phone's dead, so I gotta do this on the laptop if I can find it. If you're going 50 foot, 50 times 12 equals 600 divided by 18 inches. That'd be a total of 33 prices for a 50-foot wide roof. You could build the trusses yourself, depending on what pitch you pick. I want to go with probably a 412 pitch. It'd be 4 feet of elevation for every 12 feet. Like I've always said, there are certain things. You pick a day during the week when our friends ain't doing nothing, and you throw a barbecue. Like get a good. I want to get a better smoker. Get one that I can hook to the truck and pull with one of those types, where I can just you know throw a big piece of hickory in it. And by the time that smoke reaches the food, it's at about 200 something degrees, and you have throw a barbecue. You throw in a couple cases of beer, and you invite people over for a building party. You get four or five of our friends over. We can whip up we can put up walls really fast. We can get a house built, and if we have the material and we get people over to help us, and we record it while it's being done, I guarantee you we can throw up a house in no time. We just gotta play it safe and spend the money out of our next tax return on lumber, and I mean buy lumber, and the building that house will get done. Um, let me look. I got four people watching. Who else watching? Go ahead and comment. You know, honestly, Crystal, if it was just you and me, we'd probably just build a tiny house, build a small 20 by 30 tiny house, 1 bedroom with small kitchen and just a living room area for us. You know, we'd build something similar to what Jason Crocker, on the Crockers built, but a little bit bigger. I couldn't go 10 by 20. There ain't no way. Them jail cells 8 by 8 by 12 or something like that. There's no way I could go small. Small room would be just like being in jail. Um, Hi Crystal, I got a question for you. Crystal, um, we ought to get just kicking it down under his mailing address, and the next time we harvest honey, do you think it'd be cool to send him a jar of honey from the states? All right, what'd you do? Did you share that on Facebook with me? I'm curious if it would pass customs. Oh, oh, you sent it on Messenger. Yeah, I see it. I see the message.
Everybody, Mark again, Weather Channel Live. This is your evening edition for the latest advisory, latest update coming from National Hurricane Center. Next one isn't until 11 o'clock tonight. All this is going to be hitting most.
And the most expensive part of building a house is going to be the electrical. Running all your electric, your outlets, your lights. Um, and then the next most expensive thing is, you know, well, I mean, if you go ahead and add it all up, uh, we had talked about it and we figured it up. Three, you want anywhere from 3 to 5 kilowatts worth of solar panels to where let's say you use 3 kilowatts a day, which that's a lot of electricity. Um, I mean, you can also get wind generators or wind turbines if you can produce 1,000, or if you can produce 1 kilowatt of wind a day and 2 to 3 kilowatts of solar a day. Um, 30 solar panels on. on top of a roof facing the sun. You know, if you can generate that power, you may have to in the attic. In the attic, you may have to, you know, if you don't build a solar house, you know, a battery house, you'd have to have your solar panels in the attic, and then run into to the breaker box. You know, your inverter going to the breaker box to send that power throughout the whole house. You want at least a, I'm not even sure what the largest panel inverter kit there is. And they just about an hour ago they issued a new advisory on this hurricane that's out in the Atlantic. I'll look at it after I end this live. Um, this hurricane, they're not expecting it to get really powerful. It's category 1 right now. It's not expected to really get really strong. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. I am talking to the peoples. No one else is commenting. I'm curious if people get on here and they watch and it's someone we've blocked from commenting because of negative comments. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. I'll call you on video, okay? Bye, y'all.